Hey movie junkies, welcome back to Twin Flicks. We're always celebrating here the magic of movies and most importantly physical media with you. Now if you haven't checked it out yet, go check out my comparison between The Lost Boys 4K UHD and the Blu-ray, and also a new one from Kino Lorber, Tropic Thunder. This isn't released until October 18th, and I compare it to the previously released Blu-ray. Those are both out now, so go check them out. The link is at the end of this video. October is absolutely stacked to the brim. We have Scream 2, Fright Night, Columbia Classics Volume 3, Return of the Living Dead. I mean, I'm so excited. This is a great month, a great time to be a physical media lover, physical media collector, physical media connoisseur, however you identify your physical media habits. If you haven't done so, consider hitting that subscribe button, and also please make sure to hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos drop. But today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite films from one of my favorite directors. That is In Bruges. It has everything. It has comedy, romance, violence, thrill. It's a thriller. It's an action. I mean, it has everything. It's blended in so perfectly well. Colin Farrell is fantastic in this movie. Brendan Gleeson is as well. And I think Ralph Fiennes does not get enough credit in this movie. He is absolutely brilliant in this movie. And Kino Lorber released it with a new 4K restoration from the original 35mm print. So no, this is not an upsample from a 2K scan or from the original Blu-ray. It also has new HDR and Dolby Vision grading approved by the director Martin McDowell. So yeah, let's get into it, comparing the new 4K UHD release to the previously released Blu-ray from Universal. Let's get to it. Kino Lorber is continually dominating, crushing the UHD format with every release they've been putting out, and this is absolutely no different. And this is an absolute stunning UHD presentation that's much more vibrant, lusher, razor sharp, fresher, and higher definition that completely immerses you in this world. Especially when we are in Bruges, the details and textures are insane with crystal clear clarity, as you can see here. Great examples are the reflections in the water canals. The various styles of glass look stunning. Also an incredible amount of detail and texturals in churches, museums. The interior of the gun dealer's home all looks incredibly precise and defined. Something the Blu-ray just could never do. In fact, I picked up a lot of different background details that I've never noticed before, which is always a huge plus. Now, while the film was never meant to be bright, colorful, rainbow and sunshines type of movie, the UHD does reproduce the colors with a wider range and gamut, thanks to the HDR and Dolby Vision grading. And some great examples is with an absolute gorgeous sunset shot. Colors all across the board have pitch perfect saturation and contrast balances that gives a more lively, vivid, deeper, healthy colors to all the primaries, along with browns, earthy tones that also look much richer. Also, the reflection of the street lights onto the cobblestones and business lights looks amazing. Now, the Blu-ray releases always suffered from some crushed blacks and encoding noise, and also some edge enhancements. That's long gone here. We have healthy black levels that look incredibly deeper, inky blacks, and brings out more details in the shadows and nuances, along with extra pop from the colors. Night and low light sequences are also much better and distinguished. Whites are crisper and brighter, while the Blu-ray had more of a white creamy color to the whites. There's also a very nice fine layer of grain that gives just the right amount of texture, but also gives the whole image much more depth and dimensionality to it. Now, as far as the audio, unfortunately, In Bruges didn't get an Atmos facelift. It's the same DTS Lossless 5.1 track as on the 2011 Blu-ray. However, it's more than capable of getting the job done. The surround channels are more subtle, however, it's more of a front-heavy sound mix, but they are used for environmental effects. Carter Burrell's fantastic score fills the channels until the gunfight, which opens the surround stage with thunderous gun blasts that engages both the surrounds and the subwoofer. The low ends sound incredible. The 5.1's dynamic range handles all the highs and lows of the soundtrack without any distortion. Dialogue is also crystal clear, easy to understand. This is a fantastic 5.1 mix. Alright, so my score for Universal and Kino Lorber's 4K presentation of In Bruges, I'm giving the video an outstanding 5 out of a 5. As for the audio, I'm going to knock it down a peg and do a 4 out of a 5. But now I want you to do me a huge favor because I'm really curious of your opinion on this. When you compare the differences between the two formats, the previously used Blu-ray and the new 4K UHD with these screenshots, which do you think looks better? Or do you see any comparison at all? Let me know over in the comments. Well, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes here and hanging out with me with this 4K versus Blu-ray comparison review. And as always, keep doing your part in keeping physical media alive, and I'll see you next time.